Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I just want to come on and do my first video for Instagram TV, and it'll probably go over to Facebook. But I want to talk to you about being determined about stuff. In this society that we have today, the COVID-19 virus is out of control. Of course, anybody that has done their research would know that the COVID virus is medically coded exactly as the flu and pneumonia. My condolences to all of you who have lost people to this biological weapon that has been said is an operation on some of the videos from the CDC. When it's an operation, that means it's been instituted by the U.S. military or what have you. But I want to encourage you today to be determined. 1 Corinthians 2:2 will tell you that I am determined not to know anything among you except Jesus Christ and Him crucified. Well, we're not going to go deep into a theological rhetoric, but I took that text and then I just want to deal with you guys need to become determined. I want you to become determined because this madness and this buffoonery is out of control, as I said earlier. So determination is absolutely necessary if you are going to live an overcoming, victorious, fulfilling, fruitful, satisfying, joyful, and triumphant life for your family, for yourself, and mostly for God, for those of you who are believers. No slothful or indifferent or haphazard attitude will see you through, but it requires a steadfast, firm, stable, unshakable faith in God and faith within yourself. Because if you have faith, then you will overcome your fear. For instance, there are many problems that must be solved in our communities. There are many obstacles that must be overcome in our individual communities. You have many temptations that must be resisted because people will try to distract you from your goals. There are many crises that must be confronted, like this virus. It is deadly when it is mixed, like it's been reverse engineered and mixed. Now it's a deadly virus. There are difficulties that you're going to have to deal with and many disappointments that must be faced. And most of all, there are many sorrows that will be suffered and have been suffered because of the loss of family members to this bioweapon. And it will require you to have determination, though. And a lot of it if you are to survive these adversities. Now, when I say being determined, I mean, I'm not a pessimist in declaring this, but rather a realist. You have to be determined to keep pushing. We live in a real world with real dangers, real opposition, real persecution, real conflicts, real burdens, real tragedies, and real hardships. So if you desire to make peace with yourself and peace in eternity, then you will need to have some good old-fashioned, solid, irrevocable, valid, and unassailable determination. Because these people have lost their minds. Our government has lost its mind. And I cannot say the federal government, I can say our local and state governments have lost their mind with their greed. As a matter of fact, anything that's worthwhile having, or anything that requires you to do a lot of work to get it, so to have it and obtain it, it's going to require you to have some determination. Without question, it requires determination, everyone, to accomplish a difficult task. It requires determination to learn a profitable trade or open your own business. It requires determination to maintain good relationships with people and business and personal. It requires determination for you to graduate from college and qualify for an athletic event. It requires determination to have a successful marriage or relationship in your personal life. And it sure requires determination if you are going to stay on a rigid diet. Now, you know how we are. We'll start out strong, and probably about week 5, we'll smell something that's really smelling good as we drive down the street, and we lose our discipline. Now, Webster defines determination as having reached a definite decision, let's say, after much thought and investigation. It is a settled position, a firm intention, unwavering, steady, and absolute. Now, with this definition in mind, faithfulness requires determination. Parenting requires determination. Your prayer life requires determination. If you are a biblical scholar, it requires determination. Solid relationships require determination, and godly living and moralistic living, if you will, requires determination. And maintaining spiritual victory, no matter how you do it, it also requires determination, because when you're distracted, then you have issues. Yes. So with determination comes discipline, and you have to be disciplined to keep on going, even though you may not like, if you understand where I'm coming from, you may not like the direction that you're headed, but the direction that you're headed will cause you to really become an overcomer, because you cannot be afraid of what's happening in the determination that you're in determining which way you're going to go in your life, for your family, for your children, and everything else. So you got to have a certain type of determination. And when you get to that determination, you got to say, I've walked too many miles to let people distract me. I've climbed too many mountains spiritually to let people distract me. I've carried too many burdens, and I've prayed too many prayers, and I have sung too many songs or listened to too much music to calm my nerves when people get on them, to be distracted from what I'm determined to overcome and what I'm determined to accomplish. You always got to say, I've received too many healings and witnessed too many miracles to give up now. So with that being said, you got to be more determined now than you have ever been before in your life, with this madness going on in our country. And by the grace of God, you will make it, because you should be determined. And don't let nobody tell you that you cannot do what you set yourself out to do. Some people you're going to have to leave, even though you love them, because they're not qualified to go where you're headed. And when they get there, they would be the ones that could be a stumbling block instead of helping you become a stepping stone to your next level of success. So remain determined, remain focused, and remain positive as you make your way to your next accomplishment, to your next goal, to the next business that you might open, or to the next investment that you might try to do. Let no one deter you from being successful in all of your endeavors, from losing weight to mastering music, to cutting your albums, to cutting your CDs, or whatever you're doing in your studios, so on and so forth. But whatever it is, don't lose your determination. All the best, and God bless. You'll see a lot more of me. I'm going to try to get that blue check like everybody else. Peace.